Hello and welcome to episode 155 of the HamCorp Training Manual. In this episode, I torture myself by crafting a set of Infinity Armor. After that, we kill the Chaos Guardian, craft a big new crafting CPU, and unlock the penultimate Godforge upgrade. Only one more to go. Here's a bit of a weird infusion. Well, the infusion itself isn't that weird, but one of these items is kind of strange. Reinforced plate? What is this made of? Reinforced ingot. Where do you get this? Molten reinforced, which is funny. And no, you don't actually get it from molten reinforced. You get it from the Steve's Carts 2 reinforced metal, which you can blast from stabilized metal, which you can craft. So, kind of weird, but alright. Also, I will never, ever trust infusion to work by itself. Alright, I can't lie. Re-encoding all these old nanosuit patterns and quantum suit patterns just to get another set of quantum armor is very annoying. That's never stopped me though. I am now in the process of making the Icorium clothes. Thaumcraft truly is a mod of all time, unfortunately. Almost done with the Icorium robes. I need to make boots of the horizontal shield, and that's that. Two problems though. I need infused seeds. I don't know how to get these. There's no NEI for it. I'm gonna have to read this stupid book to find out. And I need an arcane bore. Yeah, that's fitting. That's exactly what this whole process is. The total arcane bore. Good old Thaumcraft, making it impossible to find the information I need. I don't know why I even opened this book. I'm gonna go straight to the wiki. Found it. Apparently there's research I need to do. But for some reason... Oh, what? Now it's showing me the recipe. That's weird. When I click it here, it doesn't show me the recipe. Oh, so jank. Alright, I'll be back. Oh, finally, the Icorium robes are done. There's still a little more infusion to go though. I need to do the Sigil of Divinity, but I think this is just one infusion. It's not like 4 or 5 nested infusions. At least I hope it's not. I don't think it is though, so this should be pretty quick to do. And yeah, all the other armors, I'm gonna keep working on that. Funny enough, the Draconic armor needs the Wyvern armor, and the Wyvern armor needs Sanguine armor, so it's a bit redundant that I need Sanguine armor in addition to Draconic. It's funny. But hey, I'm nearly done. I just need to make the Draconic Sanguine, and yeah, then I'm basically done. Now to make the Draconic, and then I'm done. And I also did the Sigil of Divinity, by the way. I was a little wrong. It is nested, so this was annoying. Needed a Sigil of Elemental Affinity, which in turn needed a Lava Sigil, Water Sigil, Air Sigil, and also these Elemental Inscription tools, but these are okay. Yeah, this was annoying. This was super annoying. Alright, Infinity Armor. Feels good, but honestly, it's a little... Oh, it's dark. Whoa. I haven't seen this base in, like, true darkness in a while. I don't want to fly around for a bit. This is cool. This is weird, though. Damn, it's dark. It's probably really hard to see on YouTube. Now, with my Sword of the Cosmos in hand, I'm going to go to the end and find a Chaos Guardian, kill it, maybe fly around and kill like 2 more. I don't know if I need to or not. I'll probably kill a couple, just in case. And then I can make my chaotic fusion casings. I'll see you at the end. What the hell is this guy doing here? Uh-oh. Careful, employee. He's fine. Now, the Chaos Guardian spawns at multiples of 10,000 on the X and Z coordinates. So there should be one at 10,000, 0. There should be one at 0, 10,000. There should be one at 10,000, 10,000, and so on. So I'm just going to fly around for a bit, and I'll see you once I get to 10,000, 0. One game crash later. Here we are. Chaos Guardian. Pretty sure these balls would, or they would insta-kill me, even if I wasn't creative, if I didn't have this armor on. So this is kind of trivialized. Come here, my boy. He dead. And now to get the actual Chaos Shard, I believe that's just underground here. Yep, here it is. A giant Chaos Crystal. That gives me 5 Chaos Shards, and I'm pretty sure this place is going to seriously blow up now. Oh, here it is. My screen's shaking. This isn't me. I'm not moving my mouse right now. Kinda wanna see this in action. Well, damn. Well, that whole place is gone. Alright, nice. 5 Chaos Shards. I should probably see how many I actually need, and then gather them up, and then go home. Well, I have 10 Chaos Shards, and I really didn't want to go get more, because traveling in the end for 10,000 blocks had a tendency to lag out my server and crash. Just because there were so many chunks being generated so quickly, it would run out of memory. So, that's not ideal. I mean, I guess I can just, like, /TP to each of the 10,000 coordinate variants, but that feels kind of cheaty. But also, like, what am I supposed to do? Just keep crashing my server? So I looked into it, and I can make Chaos Shards. It's not shown in NEI, but I think in 2.8 it is shown. And what I can do is, with the Chaos Shard I currently have, I have a few, but with one of them, I can make a Draconic Reactor Core, and also a couple of Reactor Stabilizers, and maybe some other stuff. I still have to look into it. But I think with vanilla base Draconic Evolution, I can make more Chaos Shards by processing blocks of Awakened Draconium. That might just be a 2.8 thing, because the NEI is shown on 2.8, but maybe it also exists in 2.7, I'm not sure. But I think for now, I'm just going to leave these fusion casings as they are. And I'll save a couple Chaos Shards for making this reactor and reactor stabilizers in 2.8 when I eventually update. And with a few of the extra Chaos Shards that I have, I'm going to make, for now, just one Singularity Crafting Storage. This has an enormous amount of memory, basically limitless memory for AE2 crafts. So that would be really nice, because I'm starting to come to the point where 512 megabytes is not big enough for a craft. I will also need 4 of these eventually to make the Open Computer Stargate interface. Well, I guess I don't actually need this, do I? Oh no, I do. I need it to make Stargate controllers, so I will need at least 4 of them. Worst case, if this Draconic Evolution thing doesn't work out, then I can always just go kill more dragons and mine more Chaos Shards, but I don't want to. It's kind of boring. Anyway, for now, I'm just going to get my 1 Singularity Crafting Storage. This also requires some Reactor Stabilizers, which in turn require Chaotic Cores, which is a quest. One little subtle thing when making the Reactor Stabilizers, specifically here in the Reactor Stabilizer Rotor Assembly, I need charged Draconium blocks. And these don't have a recipe in NEI. But the way you get them is by fully charging up Draconium blocks, which for some reason can store power. Once it reaches 100%, it becomes a charged Draconium block. This is charging really slowly, so I think it would be wise for me to make some kind of charger and then put this inside that. But honestly, that's kind of a later problem, because this is fine. I just need to wait a little bit. I'm just gonna AFK. It's fine. I'll be back with my Singularity Crafting Storage. Singularity Crafting Storage and a 4096 core co-processing unit. Now this is one beefy crafting CPU. 4000 co-processors is going to be quite something. And this has 8 exabytes of storage. That's enormous. That's basically limitless as far as I'm concerned. Let's talk about my two main projects right now. So, Eyes of Harmony, they're going. The overworld one is quite stable. It has been working perfectly fine this whole time. The Universium one on the bottom, that one is, I still on-demand request it, but I'm kind of on top of it, I think. It's fine. I've also done research scans for Gallifreyan spacetime and time dilation field gens, and I'm currently crafting a Tipler stabilization field gen so I can scan it for Gallifreyan, and then I can upgrade these to 999. George progress is also looking very good. I finished another milestone without having to cheese it, which is great. And I've made 6 more Mega Ultimate batteries, which I'm going to spend right now on Effortless Existence. This allows construction of the 3rd ring and adds 4 module slots. Boom. One more upgrade to go. This needs, oh boy, some expensive stuff. 32 heliofusion exoticizers. And I need to make one more for the mag matter automation. 64 stellar energy siphon casings. 48 perfect stabilization field gens. 8 trans-dimensional alignment matrices. 64 UMV robot arms, 64 UMV conveyors, and 16 mega ultimate batteries. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt. I guess, again, there's kind of no point in me uncapping the voltage or the catalyst consumption just for milestones because I won't be able to buy it anyway. Though I think I should be able to go back and buy another one of these 3 paths now that I have 2 Godforge rings. I'll think about it. I should also build the 3rd one, actually. Unfortunately, that one is gated behind the UXV coil. I don't think it's actually gated, but I I need to make a UXV coil as soon as possible because the MHD CSM that goes into these parts is very expensive, so I need to save as much of this as I can. Alright, I am going to start gathering these components and hoping that that gets me another milestone. I don't think it will, but luckily having uncapped voltage makes the charge one very easy to complete once I get to that point. So those are the 2 things I'm going to work on. The final Godforge upgrade cost and Gallifreyan parts for the Eye of Harmony, and I'll probably also make a 3rd one. Surprisingly, another bottleneck I'm running into, mixing machines, again, somehow. The Energium and Lapotron dust, for some reason, just take forever, even with 64 UMV mixers. So I have 2 options here. I can either overclock these by adding another energy hatch to all of them, or I can make more mixers. And I think I'm gonna make more mixers, because I've kind of laid this out in a way so that I can expand upward. And I am starting to feel the need to do that. But I think I'm going to try and do it in an interesting way. Instead of just stacking another square, I might do like a pyramid shape so that each layer up goes in by 1. That means I get fewer mixers in total, but at least it's more visually appealing. And we all know what's more important. Form over function. That only applies to me though. You guys get back to work. And also a mistake I found is that I'm doing space-time wires in the wire factory. I knew about this, that I shouldn't do this, but I did it anyway because I guess I'm just an idiot. But space-time wires in a wire mill take 20 seconds at UEV. But in an extruder with a wire shape, it takes a little bit less than half that time at the same voltage. And not only that, the wire mill is 200% faster than using a single block machine of the same voltage, but an extruder is 250% faster. And they both gain the same number of parallels per voltage tier, so it's just better to do it in an extruder. After this batch of spacetime wire is done, I'm going to migrate the recipe over to the extruders. Alright, more cutting machines. Big stack, giant stack now. Part of me wants to go all the way to the ceiling, just cause. But I'm a little burnt out of machine spamming right now, so I'll do it later. But I did leave the top here unfinished so that I can eventually do that. And also for the mixer pyramid, here it is. And while I was doing this, I had another idea to build supports on each of the 4 corners and then invert this structure and place it again on top. So it's kind of like an hourglass shape almost. But yeah, I don't know. If mixing starts to feel slow again, then I'll probably do that. But also, I don't really want to do that without Matter Manipulator. It seems like such a pain. So maybe that'll be a 2.8 project. Anyway, the current bottleneck, oh, my 4 new Compact 5s are done. I've made another 4 Compact Fusions Mark 5. Just cause I felt like it, so I did. Anyway, the current bottleneck is space assembly. This is super duper slow, very painfully slow. It's almost always what I'm waiting on at this point. Though I suppose the Mark III space assemblers are not that far off, so I could just tank it and just deal with it. I think I could do that. It's fine. Even more Compact Fusion. This is starting to look pretty crazy. You know, I was afraid that machine spam was not going to look good, but I think I did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. Don't ever let anyone tell you that machine spam can't be pretty. It could be better, for sure. There's a lot you could do to improve on this, but this is pretty cool. I do like it. Thank you for watching this episode of the HamCorp Training Manual. In the next episode, we will upgrade to Gallifreyan Hive Harmony components and hopefully finish off the remaining Godforge milestones. The new long-term goal will be the UXV component assembly line. See you next time.